to Thursday's Thoughts. I decided to do it while I was driving because a lot of the times while I'm driving, things come to my mind, so it's just easier. But I think today, one of the topics I'm going to discuss is depression. And it's kind of encompassed of a couple other things, and I know I probably said that word wrong, but it's okay. But, given what's been going on, and the fact that a lot of people are out of work, and of course there are other things, I've noticed that for myself, and it's not just because of everything that's going on with the world right now, but I've noticed that I have been slightly depressed the past few days. Now, I know I kind of hinted at something in my last video, and it's nothing like horrible, I guess, but I found out that I have something called a fibroid, and it's on my uterus, and it's very large, so it's going to have to be surgically removed. I believe that they said it can be done laparoscopically through like a keyhole, they just take these holes and they attach I don't know exactly how to do it. If you've ever watched my 600-pound life, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I think they can go in that way, and it's an outpatient surgery, so it's not, like major, which is nice. But I think one of the things that got me about it is just the fact that I have this thing and it has to be removed. And at this point, it's causing infertility issues with me, because it's just so large. It's affecting other things, my cycle. I haven't had in about a month and a half or more. Plus it's uncomfortable, and I'm nauseous, and there are a couple other symptoms that I found out were associated with it, which is kind of refreshing to know, because once it's removed, those symptoms will go away. But I think, there's this thought of like what can go wrong, because with every surgery, no matter how minor, there's always an option for, failure or, God forbid, death. And so, that's kind of what started my depression, on top of everything that's going on and me not being able to get work because of it. And everyone's going through this, so I know you guys understand what I'm talking about. And so for this Thursday's Thoughts, I just kind of wanted to talk about things that we can do, or things that I try to do to cope with it. I'm thinking that a lot of companies, bill companies, are going to be understanding in the next month or so with people who can't make their bills. And so I'm hoping that people will come together and help each other. And I'm hoping that these companies will understand and maybe give people a little bit of a break. But it's still stressful. Some places aren't going to understand, and they're not going to care. And so there's that thought, well, what happens when you're late? Or what happens when, you can't make that bill? And I'm always of the mind that I cannot change certain things in this world as much as I'd like to. And so I can sit there and I can be upset about it, and I can let it get to me. Or I can find things in my life that bring me joy. Now, I know that not all the time with depression is it just based on what's going on. Some people have it because of, chemical imbalance in their bodies, and they have to take medication, and that I completely understand. For me, it's more of situational than anything else. And because of it, I am unmotivated to do a lot. Then I haven't worked out. I haven't done a lot as far as that goes. I haven't even been eating right, because I cope sometimes with just, not even so much the eating itself. I guess it's what I'm eating that helps me cope. Just being able to have whatever I want, whenever I want. Watching TV all day and that sort of thing. And so it can be hard. And sometimes you have to use those coping mechanisms, and especially I think in situations like this where we don't know what the future holds. We just don't. I know the government's trying their hardest to figure out ways to help people, and I truly hope that they can, because everyone needs it, and we're supposed to be there for each other. And we talk about how America is the greatest country, and I truly hope that gets proven eventually. And of course, it's not just the U.S. that's going through it. Many other countries are, and I truly hope that their governments help them out too, because this is a hard time for everyone. But truthfully, with understanding, I'm hoping that you know, they can fix it. But until then, you know, my biggest advice would be to find something that makes you happy. If binge watching your favorite show all day is going to do that for you, then do that. You know, if being with family is going to do that for you, then be with your family. You know, I know everyone's talking about this distancing, but sometimes you can't do that. You know, not everyone is okay with just being away from people for that long. You know, I'm still going out and doing things because, you know, I feel like if I stayed at home all day, yeah, it would be an issue for me. Now, mind you, I'm not going to crazy crowded areas and, you know, hugging and kissing people and all that. No, of course not. Like, I'm still being safe. But, like, if I just want to go for a drive, I'm going to go for a drive. You know, whatever I need to do to help out. And if you have a drive-in your area and you want to go see a movie, that's the best way because you can stay in your car. So that's a good idea. I saw that on Facebook and I thought that was pretty cool. But I just want you guys to know that we're all going through this together, and that's the big thing. Just knowing we're not alone. And I know there are organizations out there that will help, that will give food or money to people who don't have jobs now. There's unemployment in a lot of areas. So, you know, reach out to your community. That's the best thing that you can do, and find out those things. You know, it's not going to be easy because everyone's going for the same thing. But I'm hoping that you have a community that is helpful for you. And, you know, like I said, I'm feeling, you know, I'm feeling that depression, you know. It's mild, thankfully, but it's still kicking my butt and causing me to not want to do a lot. But I know with your guys' support and love that I will overcome this, and you have my support and my love as well. And you will overcome this as well. We all will. This is just a blip in our lives, just as all the other things that have happened to us. So I didn't want to make this too long, but I do love you guys, and I am appreciative to have you in my lives. And as always, you are all my rays of sunshine. And just take care. And I'll talk to you guys soon.